YouTube. Is this going to work? Am I going to be able to... A lot of time for keyboard to turn off. I'm just having a wee look on Facebook Marketplace. It's been a while since last time I looked. Right, here we go. So if I look at these things... Oh, I can't see me. Oh well, okay. So there's an Avon Sea Rider. 35 Johnson on it. Yeah, it's a little bit on the flat side. That's kind of like what my boat's sort of like a version of, a little bit. It's quite an old one. 70s, I would say. Yep, anyway, it was guitars I was looking at. Obviously. I was just like, this is the ones... They're like 850 quid. See, I think that's a wee bit like that. Well, to be honest, that like my wee Vox is kind of the British version of that, isn't it? Where it was like, it was £100 worth until Jack White, and then suddenly they're really cool. It's just not really a Mariner Bigfoot. I'll go into guitars. This is where it gives you all these things that you've never looked up in your life. It's like tools and home improvement. Nope, never looked it up. Electronics, miscellaneous. I'm just gonna have to go to cars, haven't I? Musical instruments. Within 80 kilometres of me. There we go. Right, so what we have? Electric guitar pink. That looks very small, doesn't it? It's got a battery in it. It's in Kilmarnock. I mean, see if you tune these up to A. Let's get 2 saddles missing. You know, I mean, and it's pink. If you tune it to A, you can play something with it, so, and it's got an amp in it, so, I mean, if you had a couple of saddles kicking about, yeah, totally, I can see how that would be fun for going to a party or something like that, but you'd really need to tune it up to A, which means you can only play in the wrong key. Looking at that, wondering what that was last week. A Terror Stamp. Kind of looks very much like the pedal board. Oh, it's a guitar amp. No, it's a 20 watt amp. Nice. Just 100 quid. It just comes in a pedal. Well, okay. I'm recognising the controls seem very much like my TH30 up there. You've got that. I've only got my gains is literally just a volume, a gain and a shape thing in the middle. Then you've got a clean. There you go. 20 watt amp sits on your pedal board, and it's an orange. Here we go. A Yamaha B500. Minted old Yamaha digital case, virtually flawless proper case, early 70s, early 80s. Oh, I like the case. I think it may be a bit newer than that, but I mean, they do have slightly different shapes, don't they? That's kind of almost going to my SC400 or the old SG5s, you know, the one Doctor Who had. It's kind of almost going in that direction. I don't know if I've actually... BBs are not all the same shape. Cool looking pickups. Cool looking bridge. In fact, that's... this is... I've never seen this bass before. I imagine it's too expensive, but that bridge is very reminiscent of my SC400 as well, as is elements of the shape and the knobs. I wonder if it's the same... It does look a bit kind of weird the way... Where's that picture? There seems to be more of the body here, eh? Less here and more here. I quite like that. It's 650 quid though. But I mean, I bet you it's amazing. John 5 telly. A Squire one. That's the one with the Dingme headstock. The normal headstock. There is one that was really unpopular that's got a kind of two-a-side headstock. No pickup selector. I can't remember how that's wired. I think it's just 2 volumes on it. But Blackbound telly. Guitars, Sterling, £850. That looks like an Encore P-bass. It is an Encore P-bass. I'm good, haven't I? It's a percussion bass. I was thinking it was a precision bass. What else we got? 65 quid. Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. Special GT. Oh, that's the one I've got. Gold Les Paul Spectre 100. That, I think I know what the Spectre is. I think that's my pal's got one. Stag Strat Burst Epiphone SG 310. 200 elevation, half size sunburst bed. None of these look particularly interesting. Is that Les Paul Special GT is? No, that must be the Special 2. That's a special GT, missing its tremolo arm, which would be the whole purpose of you having a guitar, would be to have the Strat Trem. That does look like my pal's one. They're good. That's a good guitar. It's 100 quid. Yeah, my pal's one's purple, but it's quite nice. It's kind of not as fat as a Les Paul. Kind of looks a wee bit strange there. I think maybe just because you can see it. My pal's one's dead dark colour. Yeah. Interesting stuff. I don't think having £850 at the top. You should normally what you do is you put the cheapest thing. You put £65, and people go, oh, but I mean it's quite well laid out. No, but that's a decent base, 65 quid. Probably be able to hassle Pagel down a wee bit. How old's the advert? 4 days ago in Sterling. Well, you go far worse than that. Yeah, just tell that by the 310 minute. Tell by the tuners and stuff when you get to there. It's got the open gear too. See, F310. Yeah. But 30 quid for a guitar. They're perfectly good guitars, assuming it's not knackered, do you know what I mean? Take your pal who already plays a guitar and then buy new strings for it. Give it a clean, but yet good. Gibson Melody Maker. Classic Vibe. Who's not interested in that? American Standard. PVT 60, you don't see many of them in over here. Heavy as 45 weeks ago. There you go. But I have heard they're incredibly heavy. They're apparently there's got a Caller on it as well to add to the misery. Jazz Chorus, BB Blaster. I had one of them. I liked that because the I used this. I had the Sovtech. This was my main amp. But it's got like Zap, Enter, Beef, Tweak, Enjoy, and Shut Up and Juice, rather than just having like distortion and volume. £300. But these are very nice. These Westfields. A Super Beetle. That's a door, so I think it's only about a foot high. Square Stratocaster 150. Marshall Custom Offset. That's a cool looking amp. I suppose if everyone round about here's already seen these adverts. Alright, some pedals in there. Nah, pedals. Nah. And one of these I'm going to actually find. If I keep doing these videos, eventually I'll see something that I want and I'll go and get it, and it'll be like a super video. A Fat Rat. See, I'm kind of interested in that just because it says it's a Fat Rat, because I quite like the name Fat Rat, but it's just like a wee 10 watt GP amp. Not any use to me. That seems quite cheap. Vintage are good. I had a couple of shots. These Iron Label ones are not. They're all right. They're good, but they're not as good as like the FGNs. Okay, it's got all the Seymour Duncans and stuff on it. That's why. There's a Resonator, 50 quid. This guitar's in good condition, but it'll need new strings. I mean, how could you go wrong giving a shot for a Resonator? That'd be amazing for camping. 50 quid. Girvan's a bit far away though. It's away down the Shire. We're going to Mabel. It's like we're Newcombe. Oh my God, we're miles away from anywhere. So that's us getting to Taylor, and I'm not even in Glasgow yet. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's basically halfway to Ireland. Yeah, probably only about an hour or something like that. But there's if you're not from here, there's how big Scotland is. So basically, I can get anywhere within here within about an hour. So, and then you can obviously take slight. You can go up a wee bit. Yeah. But I'm not driving to Girvan for a Resonator. I'm annoyed. Last time I did this, I missed something. I missed a. I think I've got one of them broken through next door. Bagheera the Nuke. Just electric guitar. They tried knocking a fiver off it. What's it? It's an Encore. Well, 45 quid. I mean, these things are just, you just kind of, maybe 20, 30 quid in good condition. I mean, they are decent guitars. 3 foot long harp. Blackstar ID core, that's probably good for 50 quid if you're looking for your first amp. They're good. British White Falcon. PV Viper. Boss Wireless. These days it's just not worth anything because you get them for a tenner off Temu or something like that. That'll be old technology. The wee Stag bass amps like that are actually pretty good. I've had a couple of them. I've had a 10 watt and the 30 watt and the 60 watt, and they were good for in the house. That might be Bob. I'm going over to Bob, so I'm just doing this before I go over. I'll have to look on my phone. It was. Cool. Get my phone back in 5 minutes. I mean, that just looks amazing, doesn't it? I take it is that an old one? Semi modular. It's kind of like mine actually, but I'd imagine it's new. You never have the. It's got a barcode on it and everything. It's quite cool. I'm gonna actually check and see is this actually still on. It's still like 10 minutes. That's not too bad. Right. Vox AC30. I had one sitting up there a minute last week. Amazing amp. These are good. Well, 70 quid, Jesus. The positive grip, the tiny wee. My pal Ronnie's got one of them. It is. I mean, it's amazing for the size of it. It's not my thing. I would rather just have one good sound, but it's got like sort of semi alright. Sounds like you're playing on the radio kind sounds, with lots of effects and stuff on it. Don't need another bass cab. If it'd been cheaper, I would have bought it anyway. Firebrand Les Paul. Trumpet. It's amazing how it goes in waves, and whether you get interesting things or lots of guitars or none, just depending on what time of month it is, what month it is, what time of the year it is. There you go, Lanark, a Westfield pink electric guitar. Can't go far wrong with that. Maple neck, 50 quid. Bit of a drive. Probably 45 minutes. 4-string bass guitar, never. Black. Don't know what that is. It's one of those ones you don't really know until you go and play it. But if these things are close by, go and play it. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Just accept the fact that you're going to have to go and you're going to have to inquire about something that you're not going to end up buying, and you're going to go and look at ones that you're going to not end up buying. And you're going to go and look at ones and end up buying something else instead. Seems to be showing an awful lot of synthesizer-y things. SX Floyd Rose guitar, 60 quid. That looks like a total bargain. The problem is, for someone like me, it's not actually going to be worth buying it and setting it up to make it play. Because I bet you it's a good guitar, but I bet you anything that's set up terribly. Does it even say on it? Selling as I've not used it in years. So I mean, it's like it'll all need adjusted and stuff like that. So really, it might look like a great first guitar, but just don't. But and then for someone like me saying, "Oh, I could buy it for 60 quid and fix it up so it plays really well," it's not going to be worth more than 60 quid though. That's the thing. That's the difference with your Harley Benton. What's a Harley Benton worth? Well, one that comes straight from the factory that is set up badly is what's that model that's worth £100? One that's been set up to play really well. Oh, it's that model that's worth £100. That's the same thing as that. That's worth 60 quid whether it worked or not. So there's nothing in it for somebody to actually buy one and then spend some time sorting it out and then selling it for the same amount of money. Am I missing anything interesting? Seems to be an awful lot of synthesizers. Did I accidentally click on a synthesizer the other day without really noticing? Maybe I did. £20 for a... There you go, what's that? Oh, it's a rock jam. See, I would definitely... You get different levels of cheap guitars, and I would definitely put something like a Stag or an Encore above a lot of these ones that are just kind of... You can tell just by looking at them, they're kind of not... There's one there actually, is that a Cheetah? Or a Sea Giant. You can see that. See, it's that sort of wood look that doesn't look like it just looks like, you know, shitty wood. That kind of level. I mean, pick them up for 10-20 quid, you can have fun with them, but they're not. I would definitely, for the same price, you can get a Stag or a Westfield or something like that. You just got to keep looking. There don't seem to be many guitars. 50s tribute. Yeah, something's obviously changed. Something in my thing. It's showing an awful lot more musical instruments is normally just pretty much guitars. This seems to be like, we've already showed you all the guitars, not showing you any more. There's not any guitars in it anymore at all. See things like this. I just know from buying mandolins and banjos and stuff like that, you have to learn to play these things. That's pretty cool. I really like Stratocaster. Market Harbour, that's where Josie Warman is. But you just don't want to look. See, there's a bag for it, but I don't like looking when you look outside your own area, because you keep seeing ones in London and all that that are really cheap for some reason, and it's like, how annoying is that? Alright, I'm here. How's it going? Right, cool. So yeah, that was a wee scourge on Facebook Marketplace. That wasn't really interesting, but there we go. Rock on.